Umiiwas ka ba sa taba pero meron pa ring problema sa iyong cholesterol at taba sa katawan? Taba in the form of fats na nakikita. So, yun yung subcutaneous fats or yung mga hindi nakikita, also known as visceral fats. Yung mga taba na nasa loob ng katawan na yung mga dangerous fats, yung loob ng tiyan na nagpapalaki ng tiyan. And also, the most dangerous kind of fats is yung fats na nastastagnate at nagkukos ng pagbara ng ating puso and also the ones causing problems sa ating mga ugat. So those are actually the bad cholesterol tulad ng triglycerides, tulad ng mga VLDL. So all of those are actually fats that are not helpful for you. Pero hindi pa kayo nagtataka na kahit anong iwas nyo na sa mga pagkaing matataba, sa mga pagkaing mamantika, yung mga very oily, hindi na kumakain ng baboy, hindi na kayo kumakain ng lechon, and still ay meron pa rin problema sa taba. This is because hindi talaga kasalanan ng taba kung bakit marami ang merong problema sa kanilang blood lipids, bakit marami yung mga inaatake sa puso, maraming nagkakaroon ng stroke, maraming nagkakaroon ng pagbara sa ugat, causing PAD, yung peripheral arterial disease, o kung saan parating nananakit yung kanilang mga paa, it's because yung blood flow sa area na yon ay meron ng problema. We are now live here in the highest tower here in Bangkok, Thailand, and I'm sharing with you the sunset in this place, and I hope you get to enjoy it while we talk about, of course, still the same low carb and fasting na lifestyle natin. So, when it comes to these things, meron kayong tatlong kailangan malaman. If kayo or anyone you know ay merong struggle when it comes to correcting their elevated blood cholesterol level, especially not just the LDL, but the more important ones, yung VLDL, yung very low density lipoprotein, the remnant cholesterol, at yung triglycerides natin. Yun talaga yung mga delikado. So, kahit pa umiinom na ng statins and marami nang iniinom na gamot, umiiwas sa mga mamantika, and still, ganun pa rin problema year after year, every 3 months na follow-up, ganun pa rin, then maybe there is something wrong. Because there are 3 things na kailangan yung malaman. Tatlong bagay na kailangan mong malaman so that you can understand kung bakit nangyayari ang problema sa cholesterol at taba sa katawan kahit umiiwas ka na sa taba. Sa tatlong bagay na ito, once you know it, you will also know how to correct it. Pwedeng-pwede na po. So good evening to each and everyone, and thank you for being here to our 1,850 plus live viewers. So maraming salamat. So the first one that we need to understand is that ang taba ay hindi mamumuo sa katawan natin if ever wala itong kasamang insulin. It is actually the hormone insulin na mag-lead into fat storage because kung wala sanang insulin, yung mga taba na kinakain natin and yung mga taba na nasa ating katawan will just be burned. Magagamit lang sila as energy. Magagamit sila for cellular repair. Magagamit sila for any other mga kailangan natin sa ating katawan like hormones, like certain vitamins. Many uses po yung taba sa ating katawan. But it gets stored at nagiging adipose tissue ito at nagkakos ito ng pagbara only when it is not being used, kapag hindi ito nagagamit at ito ay naiimbak lang because yung adipose cells o yung cells na taba ay nagproproduce ng mga hormones, and these hormones can be damaging when it is too much, and that too much is because of the insulin hormone, kasi yung insulin hormone po, they go together. They go hand in hand. Kapag ikaw ay parating kumakain ng taba na meron ding mataas na insulin, then it's the worst combination. Pero, ang isang importanteng malaman natin na kung wala sa ng insulin, yung taba sa ating katawan may actually not be that bad. Hindi siya mag-lead into inflammation, hindi siya magkukos ng problema, because it will be utilized. Magagamit ito. At paano ito magagamit? Again, kapag ito ay walang pair na mataas na insulin. So the second thing that you need to do is about insulin. Ano ba ang mga pagkain nakakapag-spike ng insulin? So that kahit pa merong taba sa ating katawan, ay hindi ito maiimbak into harmful kind of fats. So kailangan, ang iwasan plan natin ay hindi lang taba because yung taba can be neutral. It can even be beneficial. Pwedeng-pwede siyang maging healthy yung taba na kinakain natin. Even yung butter na iniiwasan, yung egg yolks, certain fats coming from steak, coming from pork, from natural food. All of those natural fats are actually good. That can be olive oil, that can be coconut oil, and many more. So those fats can be helpful for you as long as wala itong kasamang insulin spike. At insulin, when it comes to its effect, kung ano yung pinakamalaking bagay na nakakapag-spike ng insulin, it's actually the carbohydrates. So, kung kayo ay nagkakaroon ng problema sa cholesterol at taba sa katawan, kahit umiiwas kayo sa baboy, kahit umiiwas kayo sa karne, kahit umiiwas kayo sa mamantika, try to ask yourself, gaano karami ang carbohydrates na kinakain ninyo? At yung carbohydrates na yan, ano po yung carbohydrates na yan? So, kanin, number 1 sa platong Pinoy. Number 2 would actually be the starchy vegetables. Even vegetables can become too much, can still increase or spike your insulin if you take it so much. So ano yung mga starchy vegetables na yun? Pwede yung kamote, yung patatas, yung kamoteng kahoy. Those root crops can actually still cause elevation of your blood sugar. Eventually, magkakaroon din ng pagtaas ng inyong insulin sa katawan. So, if you have been avoiding fats, pero hindi kayo nag-a-avoid ng kanin, hindi kayo nag-a-avoid ng kamote, ng patatas, panay mashed potato, panay kain ng french fries, or kung hindi man, bread, parating kumakain ng mga tinapay, lahat ng uri ng tinapay, kahit pa yan ay wheat bread. When you take it maybe 3 times a day on top of your a cup of rice, tapos meron pa kayong soft drinks minsan, or kahit wala nang matamis, but you are taking a lot of all of those starch and carbs, then it can still increase your insulin levels, and that can lead into secondary build-up ng taba sa katawan. Because ang insulin po, kahit pa umiiwas kayo sa pagkain ng taba, ang katawan natin, yung liver natin, yung atay natin, ay merong capacity, meron siyang kapasidad na gumawa ng kanyang sariling taba. So actually, when you eat less fats, mas magkakaroon ng more demand on your liver to produce more fats, to overcompensate. Kasi nga, you can see na yung taba sa katawan, which is needed, which is essential talaga, ay kakailanganan natin. So, merong mga taba na essential fats at meron ding non-essential fats. So, essential fats, yung hindi magagawa ng ating katawan, so kailangan natin yun i-consumo. So, that would be omega-3 and omega-6. Omega-3 galing sa fish oil. Meron din sa mga nuts and seeds, and even certain foods like mga karne and many more. Those are the fats that are actually good for us. Omega-6 is also essential. Hindi rin natin kayang gawin yan sa ating katawan. However, it is also very abundant. Sobrang dami niya na kahit pa hindi natin iisipin, madali natin siyang ma-overconsume. Mas mapaparami yung ating kain ng omega-6. Kaya sa omega-6 naman, when it is too much, if it is beyond 15 grams per day, so lumalagpas ng, say for example, 1 tablespoon worth of omega-6, it can already be inflammatory. So that's why omega-6, ito ang taba na kailangan natin i-control or iwasan. And so, the other fats, the LDL, VLDL, the HDL, hindi sila automatic na essential. So, kaya natin gawin yan sa ating katawan, and our body will normalize that if we know how to take care of it. Kailangan lang muna na alam natin na hindi natin ipupush yung button na kung saan ito ay mag-overproduction ng mga fats na yon. And that push will be coming from insulin. Hindi actually siya manggagaling sa tabang kinakain, but ito ay manggagaling sa trigger na galing sa insulin, na galing sa carbohydrates. So, we are talking about the carbohydrates na rice, na tinapay, pati noodles and pasta, And also, of course, given na yan, yung mga sweets, mga sugary, and mga matatamis na pagkain, that's gonna spike your insulin very, very high. So, aside from those sweets na mga soft drinks, mga desserts, ice cream, cakes, kaya natin ini-emphasize yung other kinds of carbohydrates kasi hindi yun parating na pagtutuunan ng pansin. Parate alam na natin that sugar and sweets are already not good for our body, but we miss the point na hindi pala ganon din ka-safe yung mga hindi matatamis. Pero still going to increase our blood sugar, still going to increase our level of insulin in the body, and those are starch. So to recap, the first thing that you have to know is ang ating taba na kinakain is actually not gonna build up in your system if eaten alone. Kapag kinakain siya na siya lang, walang kasamang carbohydrates. It is because, number two, it is actually the insulin that's going to drive fat build up, hindi yung taba mismo. And this insulin build up is also gonna be caused by too much carbohydrate. So we focus on glucose, nakakapagpataas ng ating blood sugar, but there is this third thing that I want you to take note. Kasi eto yung isa sa common, especially sa Pilipinas, especially in Mindanao, or nasa farm, or nasa probinsya, wherein there is abundant of fruits, or even sa city, but they have those regular orders, boxes of fruits. And yes, that's the third thing that you have to know. Your fruit intake, yung pagkain ninyo ng prutas, when so much. Hindi naman sinasabi na bawal ang prutas, but if you are eating isang, yung isang buong saging, or if you are eating ilang slices ng watermelon, o isa or dalawang mangga sa isang kainan, yung hinog na mangga, yung pinipili pa natin yung pinakamatamis, then you are already overloading, hindi lang sa glucose, but also in fructose. Ang fructose ay isang uri ng simple carbohydrates, para siyang pinsan ng glucose, pero yung fructose po ay one step away na lang into becoming triglycerides. Yes, tama po yung narinig niyo, yung fructose ay isang uri ng carbohydrates na pwedeng ma-convert into taba. So that is the third thing that you have to know, na aside from glucose, yung kailangang iwasan din natin would actually be the fructose, because fructose can also induce elevation in our bad cholesterol in the body, specifically triglycerides and VLDL, because those fructose is already one step away sa pagkakaroon ng inflammation, pagkakaroon ng insulto, pagkakaroon ng damage sa ating liver. So, yun yung pinaka-importante, and that is the reason why kahit umiiwas kayo sa taba, nagkakaroon pa rin kayo ng problema sa cholesterol and taba. Marami na po ang nag-try na i-increase yung kanilang fat intake din, at na problema sila because yung mali sa kanilang ginawa, pinagsabay nila high fat but together with high carb. So for example, kumain sila ng lechon, pero kasabay nito ay kanin. At kapag sumakit yung kanilang nip, tumaas yung kanilang BP, yung kanilang biniblame, agad? Yung lechon, yung taba. But they never suspected na baka hindi yun yung lechon o yung taba mismo, but it could be the rice na kasama ng taba at yung soft drinks na kasama ng pagkain nito, at baka meron pang fruit salad niyan, especially sa fiesta or occasions in the Philippines. So, if you will try to eat pork or beef or others na mga natural fats, but wala itong kasamang carbohydrates na makakapag-spike ng insulin, then you can see that system, that way of eating is actually not gonna cause any damage. Marami ng new research showing na there's no cap, there's no actual limit on the saturated fat intake and even cholesterol intake. Kailangan lang iwasan yung mga masasamang taba. Kasi hindi ko sinasabi na lahat ng mantika, lahat ng oils are good. Kasi meron talagang mga certain kind of oils na hindi talaga maganda sa katawan. Marami pong certain kind of oils na mas lalong makakasama sa katawan. Number one na kailangan ninyong malaman is margarine. Number two are the processed oils na ginagamit sa cooking oil, canola, sunflower oil, rapeseed oil, rice bran oil, at kung ano-ano pa, sunflower oil. Lahat ng yan most likely these are factory-made oils na nako-confuse yung katawan natin, ginagamit ng katawan natin only for it to be used and burst. Magkakaroon ito ng parang kapag ito ay pumutok, it becomes very fragile, inducing a lot of inflammation. So for cooking, you can use coconut oil, you can use lard o yung taba ng baboy, and also talo, taba ng baka. You can even use butter or ghee, yung clarified butter. And even for your fresh oil needs, you can use extra virgin olive oil. So, i-try nyo lang yan. And of course, para sa meron ng mga may sakit, meron ng iniinom na gamot, we don't want you to go through it na basta-basta without consulting our physician, because hindi pwedeng galing ka sa high carb ay bigla-bigla ka mag-transition into low carb or high fat diet, because yung katawan mo to start with is already inflamed. So merong way to transition na hindi ka muna mag-automatic high fat intake, because that can still be dangerous. What you need to do first is actually focus on lowering your inflammation in the body. Maraming way to lower the inflammation in the body without overtaking the fats na sa simula ng ating low carb and fasting journey. One way that you can do so is by just eliminating or identifying kung ano yung mga inflammatory foods na kinakain ninyo. Most likely, kanin, mga matatamis, or maybe too much fruits, or too much tinapay, or too much patatas, or too much french fries. You try to eliminate that. Forget about high fat intake first. I'm not saying nakakain kayo ng maraming intake first, but try to lower down first your intake of inflammatory foods. And also, one thing that you can do as a gift for yourself is to change the cooking oil na ginagamit sa bahay. Ngayon pa lang, tanungin na yung inyong mga asawa or kayo mismo sa mga tita, tito, and mga mommies dyan. Try to look kung ano yung inyong ginagamit na oil, kasi sobrang dami talaga ang nadala ng canola oil. I used to be one of those, and now I realize na sa dinami-dami ng research ngayon, canola oil is not the best oil. Hindi siya natutulog sa maginaw, but it doesn't mean it is already good for us. Canola is high in monosaturated fats, yun yung parang omega-9, which is a good fat, but hindi natin alam that it's also very high in omega-6. And again, omega-6 is inflammatory, especially the unnatural, factory-made kind of omega-6. So, yun lang. Medyo maingay niya dito. Nagpa-party na ata lahat ng tao. Baka sakalain lang parang weird na weird ako. Nag-uusap ako ng kung ano-ano dito. So, that's it for tonight, guys. Maraming salamat to everyone who are here. 2,400 live viewers in our YouTube channel, and also 2 of our Facebook page at The Diet Doctora, and also Dr. Josephine Grace, Chua, Rojo, and Gito. Maraming salamat po. And thank you also to everyone na nag-share na kanilang journey. Like si Normita, sabi niya, true Doctora, I had fatty liver due to too much fructose from fruits. Ginawa kong puree or smoothie. Yeah, yun yung isa sa pinaka-usong-uso talaga, yung ginagawang puree or smoothie. So, sandali lang para maliwanag ng konti yung mukha natin. Puree or smoothie, at nagpapakabusog ako sa different fruits dahil akala ko healthy. Then, ang taas ng creatinine ko dahil na din sa mga medicines ko like type 2 diabetes and hypertension. But now, my diabetes and fatty liver are reversed at normal na rin ang creatinine ko, and hypertension is regulated. Wow! Congratulations, Marilyn! So, sobrang dami na po yung mga natulungan natin from just by watching our free videos, and also more in our exclusive group, our Low Carb and Fasting Masterclass group, na kung saan we teach them. I have exclusive videos, because if you like this free video, you can just imagine kung ano pa yung learning ninyo in our structured learning program, wherein the videos are available para malaman ninyo what is there to know sa low carb and fasting lifestyle, para hindi na kayo trial and error. Para the first time you do it right. I hope I will see you there in our Low Carb and Fasting Masterclass group. Yung mga admins natin, you can just see them helping answer questions, and you can reach out to them. So maraming salamat po. Thank you so much. And yes, just refer to our JGC Rojo food list. Angela Louise Rojo is one of our admins. At maraming salamat for always being with us. Thank you. This is our topic for tonight. Umiiwas sa taba, pero may problema sa kolesterol at taba sa katawan. Hindi pumapayat kahit umiiwas sa taba. Tatlong bagay na kailangan mong malaman. And that is the reason. The first one would be yung taba is not inherently bad. Number two would be it's the insulin actually that's causing those buildup of fats. And that buildup of fats of insulin is also related to your carbohydrate intake, mostly glucose and starch. And lastly, it could be the other kinds of carbohydrates, which is the fructose. Too much fruits, okay? Mind you, too much fruits. We are not anti-fruits, but too much fruits. So thank you so much, guys. I see you again in our next video. We are live here in Bangkok, Vietnam. And thank you so much for being with us. Remember to always stay low carb so that you all stay safe. Have a good day. Have a good night. Maraming salamat po.